Okay, we're going to start the 60-degree Wye branch, drawing number 6. If you go to page 15, you'll see the layout worksheet for this, how to go ahead and start drawing and laying out from your work points. So basically your work points are the center of your cylinder. Okay, so lots of step-by-step here how to start to draw and lay out, and your half circles here to get your element lines on there. And then doing your parallel line development. We're going to do this one a little bit differently. We're going to come off the slope, just because then we don't need to transpose our dimensions. I've already drawn most of it here already. All the dimensions are on page 29, so just double check to make sure all these dimensions work. So just to go through and double check here, just make sure you're 50 here and your 50 millimeters here. Your 100 from the center down to the bottom. Bit of a weird way to measure that, but that's just how they done that. Most pipe and stuff comes off center. I would have measured off the center here up, which is almost, looks like it's 70. That would be almost a better way to dimension that than up from the bottom, but anyway. Also, how far down on the page are we going to go? Or how far up, it doesn't really matter. We're 120 up to this bottom line right here. So I think and that would be 160 down. Okay. Also, just right in the center of the page. So 215. 215, these are about 230 across here. So this is right in the center. Make sure these are 30, so these are 30 degrees. So use your T-square here, use your 30 on there, and then as you're coming across here, just using the other side, the 30. So coming down, make sure that's 50, and then coming down from there. Okay, so we're going to do this pattern coming off on this side, and this pattern over here on this side. These are 50, so we're going to need the 157 there again, because a 50 times pi is 157. Okay, so do your half circles, and let's put the element lines on. So divide those up into 6. They're both fairly easy to do, so as you can tell, the repetition, and once you do one of these, you can apply a lot of that to a different shape. So this is basically a pipe intersecting a pipe. That would be, you could cut that on the bandsaw. Absolutely you could. If you had a piece of pipe just to fit those together, that would work just fine. But if you had a larger cylinder, like 3 and 4 foot diameter, it's not going to fit into the saw. So you're going to have to cut that with a torch or a plasma, and you're going to have to lay out right on the metal. And let's go ahead, I'm just going to put the element lines on the other one as well, just as we're already doing this. And those element lines should connect. Again, just dealing with a little bit of shadows. It's always hard. And just bring these right down to the center line here. Make sure your T-square is tight to the edge, it's square. And you're same with your 3060 here. Okay, so let's come off to the one side here. I don't know if they number this in here. Yes, they did. So let's just do it the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they drew the one over on this side. It doesn't really matter which side that we draw. but we'll number this one coming off center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's draw a horizontal line over here. We need 157. Again, that's just because the 50 times pi equals 157 for our stretch out. So I'm just going to come off here a little ways. Let's see. Just going to see if, yeah, 20 millimeters should probably do it. Yeah. So let's just come off 20 millimeters here, just to go away from that. And we'll go 157. There. We'll create vertical lines here. You really don't need to be any taller than here. Though we are going to do our sloping line method to divide this out again, so we might have to. Let's see here. So again, 12 equal spaces times the 15, so I'm going to have to make this just a little bit taller. There we go. So this is 157 for our stretch out from here to here. I didn't come right off the edge this time, I just left a little space. And we're going to go just put this right on 0 and then 180. And you can just draw a line. And then just again go every 15. It's just the easiest way to divide something up. Okay. Let's put all our verticals on. We just have to be taller than this point right here, the center point. And you want to be as accurate as possible here because these are going to be your center lines and quarter marks. So as you're laying out your piece, you're wrapping it around the outside and making sure everything lines up. Sometimes when you do these you have to make two templates. You have to make a template for it in the flat position, and then you got to make a template to wrap around after it's rolled up. So that's the disadvantage to working with material of thicknesses, is it stretches. Alright, let's go ahead and number this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then your 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're just coming around there. Okay, so this is the easy part here. So we're just going to take these points and transpose them over. So let's say obviously 1 and 7 are going to be the same. So I'm going to come up here so I can see my numbers. There's 1, there's 7, and there's 1. Let's come down to 2 and 6. Oh, sorry, we're going up to 2 and 6. I might have been a little high on these last ones too. Let me just do a little redo here. The shadow got me. bit. Alright, it's just a little hard to navigate around this GoPro camera here. Okay, now we're doing 2 and 6 on the other side. Now we're going up to 3 and 5 is on the other side. So 3, we'll do the 5, and then we'll do the 4. Now these are going to come up to a point, because this is a point here, so it's not going to be a flow, so it will be a hard point on that one. Let's go ahead and snake that in. As I said, that will come up to a hard point. Just like that. And this one here, so I'm going to double check. That one will not be a hard point. That'll be a soft curve, just because it's coming around the side. And then back up there. Okay, there's that. We'll identify that thereafter. Let's go ahead and finish this one up over here. We're going this way on this one. Okay, so we're just going to have enough room over here. So we need the 157. Again, we can come right off this edge, it won't really matter. Or you can come 10 millimeters away. It really doesn't matter. So we got lots of room here. I'm just going to come 10 millimeters away. Just mark 10 millimeters there, and I'm going to come 157 from that. These don't need to be any longer than this one right here. Except we're going to do our sloping line again, so that'll probably have to be fairly long. There we go. These are 180, so we're going to put our 180 right at the end of our pattern. Draw a line, and again every 15 millimeters. There we go. Bring these up. Okay, now we're just ready to number those. And we'll start with the 1. So we'll go 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we want the shortest length at the seam. So we're going to pick up point 1 here from this sloping edge. No dimensions ever come off this arc. That's just to divide that up into your element lines. And that's to make sure this is going to reach all the way across. There we go. So number 1 here, number 1 here, number 1 here. So nothing's going to share on this one. Then we're down to 2. Just the 2s. Just the 3s. All the way down to the 4. This will be a hard peak on this one when we draw this in. Not a lot of differences here, but a little bit. Alright, that's that. Let's grab the snake here again. And again, this will be a peak up here. Anytime something seems a little bit off or it doesn't line up, then just double check your work. Like this one here just seems a little bit off. It doesn't seem like a smooth curve. So either you fair that in, or you recheck, or something might have went wrong. Again, it's a little hard for me to get a close look here. I got my eyes fairly far away from the paper. There we go. Right. Then we'll fair this in over on this side here. Hopefully this one comes out a little bit better. And I might have just picked that one point off just a little bit. Incorrect there. It's pretty close, but not too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and identify this. Again, this comes off this marking sheet here. So let's go ahead and put your name on here. Put the date. And this was a 60 degree Y. And this is drawing number 6. And this is a full pattern. And what we'll do, let's see if we can fit this in here somewhere. So we can do full pattern here. Ran out of room. Okay, just identifying our center lines and then our quarter marks. And at the ends, identify those. Bend lines, so forming directions. So roll or form. to a 50 diameter, and we'll put a arrow direction. They know which direction that is. Your shear lines and your burn lines. Okay, there's that one there, and then we'll go ahead and complete the other pattern. Again, your name, date, and this is so it's around the shop and they know who made it, and they know what it is, and all the information is on there. Full pattern, and that's going to be the same 50 millimeter diameter. So form 2. Put an arrow direction here. Okay, and our shear lines. Shear, 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 and our burn lines. Identify everything. Okay, and you know which line is which. And then once you're done, you can grab your patterns. These ones here that you can have. And this is just, again, put that up to the window. Those look like they're about correct there. They look the same. There we go. Our 60 degree Y branch. Well done. Thank you.